Alright, so we're going to go over talking about swapping statues. Please ignore the adding time if you want to experiment with it. This is the way you add time. It's usually pretty obvious. Don't recommend it. Alright, swapping statues. Swapping statues is when you take a statue up, like that AI is doing there, and you swap it. And what happens is the statue in your hand begins to fade into the other statue. Snipers combat this or counteract it by observing the statues of each map. So every time you start a new map, they go and memorize which statues are which. The way that I do it is I do small, medium, and large, or small, medium, big. So the head, which is this one down below, one I'm facing, I call that one small. This one looks like an eagle. I call that one big. And there's no medium. It's okay. You'll see medium. Alright, so the best way to do swapping statues is when there's other people looking at them, like that. And when that laser isn't watching you. For now, we're going to pick one up, and we're going to do it. Now, swapping statues will also be bundled up with inspecting statues, I think. We'll see. Alright, when you pick up the statue, your character will look at it. It's very important to note the way her characteristics is. It's also important to note that no AI stares at a statue for too long. So you got to quickly do the swap. So I'm going to do the swap right when she has it lower. See, I did the swap and it faded into the head, or the small one. During this time, you need to, as soon as she puts it below, put it down. Don't play with the statue too long. Pause for a second, AI behavior, and then walk away. At this point, it's always good to kind of watch what the laser's doing, because they're going to notice the statue's gone, and they're going to try to backtrack you. Don't do, in my opinion, you shouldn't do anything too obvious. You should try to mingle with the party, stay away from any types of books, anything too obvious. Heck, you might even go and pick up the statue if you see him looking for a person, but don't do anything that would be telling that it was you. Now, excuse me. Now that the statue switch, it's pretty well, that's pretty much it. But we're going to go over animation of the statues. So when I pick up the statue, she picks it up, she looks at it to her side. Don't put it down here, because watch. See how she jerked that back? Oh, that's funny. The ambassador to AI just did that. Well, currently in the community, maybe Checkers is messing with people. AIs don't really do that. It's a tall sign that it's typically a player. So you really won't want to put it down jerking it like that. Let's watch how these two people play with the statue. AIs. She picks her statue up in the air, looks at it far away, puts it in her mid-chest, and then she'll put... Well, he put it down pretty nice too. And now she'll put it down. But she doesn't repeat her cycles or animation. It's like, let's look at another target. Same target as before. See how he eyes it? Now watch how he puts it back. Keeps it at the same level when the AI puts it back. And they never seem to hold it for too long. Alright, I'd love to show you a perfect test, but I'm not very good at the action test. But when you get a perfect statue test, what ends up happening is the statue will stay the same. But the next NPC that touches it changes the statue. So that's a really good way to throw them off. The way you can catch that as a sniper is as soon as the NPC touches it, it instantly changes instead of fading. Alright, well hopefully that gave you enough information. The next one will be about inspecting statues.